What's up, everybody? It's your boy Mike, aka Gotham City Underground. I actually want to show this comic really quick, and it's going to segue into what I'm talking about today. There's not going to be any intro video or anything like that. I'm just getting right into it. So, yesterday, I'm sorry, Wednesday, I went to Disneyland with my wife and all my older girls, my four oldest girls, and my two oldest daughters' boyfriends. So we got to go hang out for the day, had fun. I love Disneyland. But I've been trying for a long time to do this. So I want to say about 10 years ago, a buddy of mine, Robert, found out about this book. It's called Mickey Mouse Meets the Air Pirates Funnies. And if you don't know anything about it, real quick, it's a very controversial book. It's probably one of the more controversial ones. Sorry, that's out there because the guy that made it did not have permission from Disney to use the likes of any of the characters that are in this book: Mickey, Minnie, Daisy, all of them. And it's a very adult book. We'll just leave it at that. You can look it up if you really want to know about it. But he ended up getting sued by Disney, and they destroyed it. And so only two issues came out. For issue 1 and issue 2 came out, and that was it. So he had told us, hey, we should get these books to a bunch of us in our previous comic book club and now new comic book club, Black Sheep Comic Club, represent. So we ended up buying them. They were probably $25 at the time, and we started buying them up. Anyone we could find online, we started buying them up, and the price started going up on them. Really started going up on them. People started to see the sales on these books, and on eBay and stuff, and they shot up. And now they're a pretty pricey book if depending on what grade you want and stuff. So we had LA Comic Con years ago. We were at our little club dinner, and I had brought this book because a buddy of mine was going to go to Disneyland, and I told him, hey, I want to get this signed by Mickey Mouse. Like, I want this signed by Mickey Mouse. It would be awesome. I don't know if anybody's ever done it. I've never seen any out there with a Mickey signature. But that ended up falling through, and just years and years went by. So finally, Wednesday, I went there. I brought my comic with me, and I waited around all day. And I stood in line for 30 minutes, and I met the mouse himself. And I got it signed right there. Your pal, Mickey Mouse. I got to show him the book, said what's up, how much I loved him and his character. Showed him the book, told him it's a pretty rare book. Not super rare, but he loved it, and he signed it for me. I got a couple pictures and stuff taken. As you can see, this one is beat to shit. I removed the back cover because on the CGC census, there are no .5s. So I want to have the first .5 on the CGC census. And now that I have his signature, I found out that you can actually get this. I think it's JSA will actually verify Mickey's signature. They will verify it, compare it to other signatures that he's done. I do have pictures, that I plan on sending in with it to just give them a little further proof, that I'm me in the picture with the book, him signing it. So that's exciting. So now I'm going to segue into this. So as you saw, my Air Pirates is beat to fuck. I did it. That's just how I collect. When I first started collecting, I was, I didn't really have a path. I didn't really know what I wanted to collect, what I wanted to do. I just, was collecting Batman, Harley Quinn. That's pretty much, and I got bored of that. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to start, narrowing my collection down and just going for like key issues and series that I like, characters that I like. And for me personally, I don't care about the grade. I do have 9/8 I have a couple slabbed ones up there around the room that are 9.8s, 9.2s, nines. I do have some high grade books. I'm not saying that I'm against high grade books, but me personally, I don't care about the grade. If I get a high grade book, awesome. If I get a beat up to shit one like this, even better. That's just who I am. I'm the low grade collector. It's all in my profiles. I talk about it all the time. I'm the .5 hunter. That's kind of my new thing that I just started. I want to go for low grade books, and I want to get as many .5s and NGs graded as possible and have a whole wall full of them, because that's just my thing. In some cases, it's what I can afford. In other cases, it's just, there's not that many out there that are graded in existence. So I want to be the one. I want to have one of those ones, I'm sure people have them, but they're just not sending them to get graded. That's just them. But, so that's what I do. So I made a post the other day, a buddy of mine, I'll leave him nameless, posted on Instagram, a Carnage, ASM 361 First Carnage. He is probably the biggest Carnage collector I know. And he loves Carnage. This is his favorite character. He's got thousands of Carnage books. He's got some super rare stuff that there's not many in existence. He's got a lot of the first appearances, second, third appearances. So he decided to crumble one up. And he had tagged me in it, and it was kind of funny. I thought it was funny. That's his favorite book. So he was crumbling it up, and he's like, "Hey, just," he tagged me in it and kind of, took a jab and challenged me in a way. And if you've seen my posts on Instagram, if you know me, if you know my collection, I have a lot of banged up books, and I love them. That's just my thing. So I decided, hey, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna take it a step further. So fortunately for me, I have 2 copies of Batman 181, the first Poison Ivy. So I decided to take one that was already beat up, and I was going to send in as a NG, because I wanted to send one in as a .5 and one as an NG. So I did a little reel, and I proceeded to rip like 3-4 pages out of it. I ripped the covers off, all that stuff, and I tagged him in it, and I said, you got to step it up, blah blah blah. Some people thought it was hilarious. Some people freaked out. Some people started acting like Karens. I'm not going to put any names out there. If you see this video, you know who you are, okay? I'm just saying. People were throwing a fit. People were attacking me. This post went in my, for my post, I don't get like, I'm not popular, okay? I'm just doing my thing. I'm just a comic book collector, toy collector. I'm just having fun, okay? I'm just part of the community having fun. So I put it up a few hours later, it had 400 or 500 views. The next morning I wake up to like all these text messages and messages. I was at like 2,000 views on my post. A friend of mine, the guy who runs the Black Sheep Comic Club, had messaged me and was getting a lot of hate mail and angry messages from people in the community, a lot of people we don't know. I don't know, saying, why would he do this? This is a bad look for you, for your club, blah, blah, blah. And, I didn't really care, because at the end of the day, it's my books. They're my books. It's my collection. That's how I like to collect. I don't trash on anybody. You collect what you want. That's like one of the most unwritten rules of the comic book game, is collect what you love. Just collect what you love. And also collect how you want to collect. I'll never bash on anybody. I might make a joke, like, that book's ass or whatever. But I don't really, it's just me having fun. It's just me just taking jabs. I love everybody's collection. If you want to collect all, Green Lantern or fucking Disney books, cool. That's your thing. You love it. More power to you. It's your thing. Me, I collect all kinds of stuff. I collect a lot of low grade books now. I got a lot of key issues, a lot of Batman. Harley Quinn's probably my biggest part of my collection. That and like the New Mutants, stuff like that. But, a lot of people were reacting to this. I didn't think it was going to blow up as much as it did. But, yeah, a lot of people like attacking me and talking shit. And, somebody in the club, left a message and, was like, oh, why would you destroy such beautiful art? This makes me upset, and, blah, 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 whatever. fuck, whatever, okay? And then he said, do you even like comics? Yeah. Look around, motherfucker. I love comics. I mean, but this is just how I collect. I apparently people didn't understand that. Probably don't know, even though it's in my, I post a lot of low grade stuff. I always, anytime I'm on somebody's show or something, I'm always showing low grade. I'm always talking about how I like low grade books. I've done videos where I've destroyed books. I have videos on YouTube, one or two videos where I destroyed books. Okay, I didn't get as much hate as I did on Instagram. So the owner of the club or whatever, we talked about it and stuff, and I was upset because I felt like people were attacking me for the wrong reasons, because they didn't know who I was. So he was, telling me, this is a bad look for us, and we're trying to do things, blah blah blah, and he asked me to take it down. And at first, I was like, no, fuck you, like this is my thing, like this is who I am. I bought it. Why is someone mad at me for something that I got? If I want to cut it in half and throw it in a paper shredder and let one of my cats piss on it, so what? It's mine. It's not yours. I'm not doing this to your books. So I don't know what what the outrage is. I mean, if you want to be upset by yourself. Go sit in the corner. Okay? Don't come attacking me. I didn't respond to any comments because, you know, I was told, not to, but I had already chosen not to because I just wanted to see what was going on. And, I liked everybody's comments because I always like the comments that are left on my posts. But, I just, I don't know why, I don't attack anybody for collecting what they want to collect. Yeah, I might make a joke or be funny about it or something, but you collect what you want to collect. Everybody's different. That's the beauty of the comic book community is everybody's different. Everybody's from different walks of life. They like to collect certain things. I don't think anybody collects the same. I don't think anybody's, I think everybody's unique, and that's the beauty of it. And yeah, I love, there's books that I have that I do love the artwork. I do love the artist or the writers or whoever. And my favorite books I like to get slabbed. But I have other books that like Mark Spears. I'm a huge Mark Spears fan. I love his books. I collect them. I love his artwork. But to tell me why do you like comics and basically bashing me and acting like a Karen, like a complete fucking Karen, fuck you. Go collect what you want to collect and just keep your mouth shut about it. Okay? I mean, who gives a shit? I'm gonna do what I want to do. So I think what I'm saying is don't shit on anybody for how they collect or what they collect. That's just if you're gonna do stuff like that, you're not welcome in the community. Okay, we don't want that kind of shit. Okay, I think I hopefully I speak for a lot of people when I say that. I mean, I don't get it. It kind of threw me off guard and put me in a little bit of a shit mood for a little while. But then I got over it. I figured this guy's nothing to me anyways, so I don't give a shit. So, like I said, just you collect what you want. You get what you want: toys, cards, comics, whatever, plushies. I don't care. Posters. I don't care. If you love it, it's worth it. It doesn't matter what the grade is, what the book is, anything. If you love it, then that's what matters. That's all that matters. As long as you love it, and that's for me. I love all my books and everything that I have in my collection. It's mine. I'm not giving it to anybody. I'm not going to anybody's house and doing this to their books. That's just stupid. So I haven't done a rant like this for a while. I used to do rants all the time, but I might start it up again. I might start doing a rant every once in a while because I do see a lot of stuff out there. Good rants or bad rants. I don't know. This one is just more of a fuck you rant to people that decided to, just be idiots and cry about stuff and, start the Karen mobile and drive up and down the street yelling at people to get off their lawn and stuff. So, yeah, that's it. I mean, thanks for checking this video out. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. If I said anything, that you like, dislike, maybe I missed something. But, You collect what you like, and that's all that matters, okay? At the end of the day, it's your stuff, not anybody else's. Don't let anybody tell you how to collect or, or what to do, okay? So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Hit that notification bell so the next time I decide to rant about something, you will get it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later.